Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Happy New Comic Book Day, March 19th, 2025. Hope all you guys found all your books in your cubby, on the new comic book shop wall, mailed to you. However you guys get your books, I hope you found all the books you're looking for this week. I know I did here in the loud, mysterious black bag. Before we get dived into that, I do want to let you guys know about my Whatnot shows real briefly. Come check them out. I got Jacob's Comics 9/8 mystery boxes. Comes with a CGC 9/8 slab and 5 exclusive comics. We start them for just $100, so come get the steals, guys. There's also like over 40 different short box. I'm always running different stuff. Give me a follow. Let's get dived into the books I got this week. So as usual, I've read all the books I got this week. It was kind of a lighter week for me. I only ended up with 3 books. We've got our loud, mysterious black bag. We'll get her out of the way. So in my number 3 spot this week, guys, I've got Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 31. Now, this is the final issue, Pools of Blood, part 4. For this crossover between Miles and Deadpool. And honestly, it's been really fun. I really enjoyed this crossover. I think a big part probably plays into the fact that Cody Ziegler is writing both series. So, you know, he's able to easily switch between telling the story that's going on in Deadpool's book and continuing that on and setting up some new places for that story to go, and some bad guys that might have more reasons to come after Deadpool. And he does the same for Miles too. And quite impressively, I had a lot of fun with the interactions of the characters. The reason for it all happening was hilariously Deadpool, and yeah, that's it just was another good issue, and I'm kind of sad to see these two part ways now, but I'm also excited to see where Cody Ziegler is going to take us next on each of these runs, with kind of what he's set up. I don't know. I almost want to say that the Miles story is really kind of it piquing my curiosity. We did have a cameo of one of my least favorite characters in this issue, so hopefully we don't get too much of him, but I do understand that some of the narrative that's being used and some of the things that are being set up do kind of relate to him, so what can you do? And this was a oddly enough heavy DC week for me. I'm only getting 3 DC books right now, just to try to not spend too much money, guys. Womp womp womp. But so in my number 2 spot, I have Tom Taylor and his run with Dexter Soy's art is super kinetic and an anime feeling, and I really appreciate that. It's a different change of pace from the prior creative team, and with Dan Waters writing this story, it's an interesting enough story, and I'm obviously a fan of Nightwing, and so I do want to see where this goes. There is some dialogue though that felt a little heavy-handed. But we breezed through it. We kind of we set up this villain who now I'm really confused as to what they are. But hey, here we are. It's a really cool looking villain. I'll give you guys that. I don't know what it is though. And if you read the book, you know what I'm saying. Otherwise, that doesn't spoil it. Just kind of piques your curiosity. In my number 1 spot, I've got Detective Comics 1095, the Tom Taylor and Mikel Janine run, and man, the art is beautifully detailed. Mikel Janine is someone that I haven't heard of before, and I really like his art, man. It's really cool. And you can see why this book has so many people on a, what do you call it, on a League of Comic Geeks pulling this book. It's just a really good run right now, guys. I don't... Yeah, even trying to go back 3 or 4 issues, I would still kind of be spoiling what's happening. So all I can say is it's a really good detective story with Bruce and Bruce's... There's a little bit of personal demons from Bruce's past, kind of coming into play, where he has to make some choices and reflect on things that have happened before. That is done in a different way, without kind of heavy-handed beating in the my parents died, but kind of using some of that story and really telling an interesting narrative right now with it, while it being like a detective story at the same time. Sort of Batman's trying to figure out what exactly happened back then with all the characters who were at play then, and how that relates to the new status quo, if you will. It's hard not to spoil it sometimes. But that's the best I can do for you on that. It's a good read with great artwork. If you guys like Batman, I do suggest Detective. And I mean, we're only like 4 issues into this run too, so it wouldn't be too crazy hard to track down the last 4 issues or so. Additionally, with the fact that we're going to be getting Hush Part 2, Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee's return, albeit for 6 issues, but still going to be really cool. I feel like this is definitely going to be the summer of Batman, and I'm on board. I'm on board for it. I know Absolute Batman is doing gangbusters right now, and people are really enjoying that title. And so, I think Jim Lee coming back to Batman is just going to add some fuel to a fire that's already burning. Alright guys, that is what I have today. Hey, come check me out if you want more of this and more of my ugly mug. Come check me out on Whatnot. I'm usually on there every evening. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.